Hi Jermaine, how are you?
How are you, mate? Okay.
Very good, thank you. Yourself?
I am very well, very, very well. You can
Good.
enjoy this little trip down memory lane.
Yeah, definitely. Be a fun one.
Should we have a chat about this 2008 FA Cup final?
Yeah, of course.
What was your memories of that day then? I mean, just take us back. I mean, because obviously, from a footballer's point of view, we obviously prepare different. But a fan on their big special days, a Pompey fan. I mean, you woke up that morning. Did you go for breakfast together? Was it like right?
Yeah, so I mean, we were all in the same house, so it was a case that my mum was up and was kind of doing breakfast, making sure everyone was ready to go. We were driving up in the car, so we she made a packed lunch as well. Everyone was packed up. Off you go and do it. We drove past Fratton Park and all of the coaches kind of going. It was almost like a convoy of fans and coaches and cars.
What was that atmosphere like there? I mean, that's the part that we don't get to see. Like that early morning, going to the coaches, all the coaches leaving.
Yeah, it was like a buzz. It's something that, I mean, we had it again a couple of years ago with the Checker Trade final, but it was, it was crazy. I don't think you quite expected it, and even the city that aren't the football fans, everyone was out. Like the streets were almost lined. There's you kind of call it a wave off, I think. And it was almost like that. The streets were lined, horns were honking from cars, the coaches had flags hanging off them, the cars had flags hanging off them. Everyone was kind of this one big bubble for the day. It was almost like having an exit parade as you drove out of the city.
At 12 years old, I'm guessing that had quite an impression on you, because Wembley's quite not daunting, but like when you see that, obviously the blue Pompey flags everywhere, and just the feeling of the FA Cup final. There's thousands of people in there walking up and down that parade.
Yeah, it was. I think it was mental. I mean, we'd been going since I was about 6, so I'd seen us with the Division 1 win and have the flags and that, but to have it on such a huge scale. I think I remember it feeling like time dragged. So obviously we were there probably 2-3 hours before you could even get in, and those 2 or 3 hours, I remember just it wouldn't go quick enough.
What was the game like? I mean,
it was scrappy.
Yeah, I don't remember it being great, but
it was scrappy. It was a 1-0. I mean, Kanu scored, and it was a tap in from 2-3 yards at the away end. So it was at the other end from where we were as well. But yeah, it was one of those where there wasn't any moment where you felt comfortable watching it. As a Pompey fan, at least, it was one of those where things kept happening. You thought you were going to do it because we were the better team, but I mean, Cardiff had a good team coming through. It was Aaron Ramsey came on there, and they started having young players coming. Joe Ledley was there. Yeah, they had quite a few up and coming players as well at the time, and it was never comfortable, but I think once we got the first goal, it was one where you thought, okay, we can see it out.
What was your emotions like when you heard that final?
I say it was a blur. I mean, I remember looking around and kind of hugging my dad and my granddad, and it was like, we've done it. And you've kind of got that weird 4 or 5 minute period where you say that Cardiff went up and got their medals, and the players are on the pitch kind of milling around just waiting, and then it really kicked back in again when you had the trophy lift and you're watching on the screen and looking up to the box.
The thing that I've always loved most about fans is you were there for that moment, and rightly so, because the team were brilliant and managed to lift the trophy, but you got to enjoy those moments. But you're still there now, and what does it feel now like? I suppose I would say kind of have come through those financial problems and restructured things a little bit more. Is there a bit more hope around the football club? I've been through.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's one of those where we kind of went up and down on a huge roller coaster, but it was never about really the celebrations or the hitting the huge achievements. Yeah, it's one of those where we're there for a reason. It's our club as such, and you stand by it almost like a family, where it's through good times or bad.
Did you go to the parade?
Yeah. So I mean, security down here was run by my uncle.
Was it?
So it was all one of them where we were at the parade, we were kind of right at the front. But I mean, even with that, the parade I think started at 12 or 1. The setup was going on all day, and we were down there amongst other thousands of people by 8 o'clock in the morning. everyone was just there. There was music playing. It was almost like a bank holiday festival kind of thing where there's just a big party going on. I think we had like 50,000-60,000 people on our common.
Wow.
So, you know, half of them didn't even get to go to Wembley, and the majority of them didn't like football, but it was a city-based party.
Well, Reece, thank you very much for sharing your FA Cup memories with me. Really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
You too, pal. Top man.